my goodness. Dr. Aaron, what an amazing presentation overall. I have added your video to my presentation process, and I just want to thank you for, taking the time to put into tangible slides what all of us, if I had time and if I had a little bit more patience, I swear to God, but thank you for taking that because it's making my life so much easier. But guys, I am like the marketing strategist, one of them, as part of this panel. I think we always have some sort of marketing, but that's kind of my passion with it. And one of the things that I see, and I know that all the other leaders see it here too, are that people, they lose, if they're not making $1 zillion in a month or two, they tend to take LiveGood and want to put it on the back burner. They tend to want to take LiveGood and, I'll come back around to it. It's a long-term play. And what I want to do is I want to give you 3 steps on how to stick and stay. Okay, you've got to stick and stay. The company is only literally since the power line, like 8.5 months old. I don't even understand how people have quit and the whole company is only 8 months old. You didn't even give it, the time it takes for a baby to gestate inside of the womb of a mother. You haven't even given it a chance to form. All right. So these are the 3 things. There's 3 S's. Okay. The number 1 thing is your story. What is the story that you are telling yourself every single day? Do you even have a story? And chances are, if you are not conscious about your story, you do have one. It's just a programming that's not serving you. And so your subconscious story is causing you to not attract people, not feel excited, not feel like it's working for you, not be thrilled about the numbers of people that are coming into the company because maybe you don't see it actually happening inside of your personal organization. So you've got to understand the story. And I'm going to give you an idea of what I mean when I say story. Like, I have a set of affirmations that I say, and it's because it works for me. I don't know if they're going to work for you, but it has to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, right? If it doesn't, then maybe that's not the choice of words for you. But for me, I always say every day, in every way, I am getting better and better, right? I always say I am so happy and grateful now that money flows to me easily and quickly on a continuous basis through multiple sources, in the best interest of all, so that I get to share, give, spend it joyously. I am so happy and grateful now that smart and successful people are joining my business every day. So you have to come up with the story that is going to make you kind of get a little bit of jittery and get excited. So without a positive story, you're not going to stick and stay. Okay, you're going to jump, and everywhere you go, there you are. So it's going to be the exact same problem. The second thing would be your state. What is the state you are in when you are approaching your business, when you are communicating with people out on social media or, out on the street or wherever? Is your state in a state of absolute knowing and I don't even like the word belief. I like knowing, because if you know something, you don't have to believe it. Like, I know my name is Tracey. I don't have to convince myself to believe my name is Tracey. I know it, right? And so if you're struggling a little bit with speaking with authority about LiveGood, it's because you're still fighting something where you don't fully believe some aspect, whether it's you don't believe in you, whether it's you don't believe in your sponsor, whether you don't believe in your ability right now. Maybe you still don't believe that you can make $2,000 in the matrix without recruiting anyone. Maybe you are still lost in that sauce, but your state that you are in when you are out actively building your business, it must be one that attracts the same type of desired state of people to you. Yes. If you are low energy, you have low income. It's high energy is high income. High energy is high income. So if you're approaching this with low energy, if somebody comes to me, I'll talk to them about it. That is the state at which your business is going to grow, which is very lackluster and mediocre at best. And then the last S would be your strategy, right? This is an important part. I know sometimes you feel like you don't need to know how, but a lot of times how seems very, very hard. But Dr. Aaron is like, look, what are we doing? We're selling a membership, right? And how do we do it? Through a tour. The strategy in which we're doing this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very simple thing. What I found is that most people resist it. You are a brain surgeon, and so you have to complicate simple things. You want to take a 3-step process and make it 10 steps, right? Because you have to, it's in your nature to object against simplicity. And you have to consider, are you sabotaging your own self because you don't believe that the strategy is a simple strategy? All we are doing is we are communicating with people, whether it's about the product or if it's about the opportunity. We are finding out if they are open to utilizing the product or having the opportunity, and we're sending them the link to the tour. That is the strategy. Now, there's different online ways you can do it. There's different offline ways you can do it. But ultimately, you have to find something. You have to pick it. And I am going to recommend that you do not alter it for a good 90 days. Because if you change it, you don't know what part of it was working, and you don't know what part of it wasn't so effective. If you give it 90 days, you can go back like a real business owner after a quarter. Okay, publicly traded companies have like quarterly earnings, right? Yeah. Quarterly reports. They don't just keep changing stuff every morning, every Monday morning. It's the quarterly. All right. So from one quarter to another, assess what was working for you, what was not working for you. Was your state on point? Was your story something that was, distracting you? But your story, your state, and your strategy, those 3 things, guys, I promise you, it will help you to stick and stay. And as LiveGood continues to grow, you're going to grow with LiveGood. You don't want LiveGood to grow without you, because it's going to grow. Without me, without you, it's going to go. All right. So what you don't want to do is miss it because you can't see it. So remember your story, your state, and your strategy. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Ben.